Hi homemade Luxers, welcome to another month. This is our May homemade Luxe box, and if you're not familiar with homemade Luxe is a craft subscription box that delivers a Pinterest inspired home decor project every single month. Today we are making these gorgeous paper flowers on gold canvas, and we're going to be making 3 of these, and these are your instructions. Now for this project you have a choice. You have white paper, but you can also make the middle of your flower gold, and I'm going to show you a picture of that. So if you do want to make the centers of your flowers gold, you're going to need to paint some of your white paper gold, and your gold paint of course is included in your box. So if that's what you want to do, first step, paint your white paper. If you want to have an all white flower, you can skip that step. So let's get started, guys, and I'm so excited because this is Mother's Day month and you guys are going to be able to gift the flowers or keep the flowers that will never wilt. So I'm excited to show you how to make paper flowers this month. Let's get started. Okay, so our first step is to paint our canvases gold, and you're gonna make sure you get the sides and leave a little spot in the middle so that you can glue your flower right there. Once you're done with that, if you want the centers of your flower to be gold, you're gonna paint your paper. And remember, you're gonna need 2 pieces of paper per flower. So if you want all of them to be gold, you're gonna be doing this with 6 pieces of paper. And don't forget, you need to paint both sides. So turn it over and paint the other side gold as well. Okay, so let's get started on our flowers. You're gonna take your template from Paper and Glue Petals, and if you don't have a template, if you didn't get a homemade Luxe box, you can kind of make this yourself. You can look at the shape that we're going to show you now and kind of make these yourself, just 3 different sizes of petals. So we're going to put these on top of 1 piece of paper so we can cut these out, and we're going to need 7 pieces of paper for this, for each flower. So we're going to try to cut them out 3 to 4 pieces of paper at a time. So we're going to put all 3 of these as well as that circle on the piece of paper and trace these out. So you're going to put the big one, the middle one, and the small one on there, trace it out, put the circle on there. You're only going to need 3 circles for all. It's only 1 circle per flower, so you can cut out all 3 circles the first set of cuts that you make. So go ahead and trace out your flowers. And remember, I like to put the back right up against the paper because that's 1 less cut you have to do on top there. So make sure it's very flush against the back of your paper. And that's it. Just trace out all of these as well as your circle. Go. So we might as well do the circle here too. You only need 1 of these though, remember that. So we are going to actually cut 3 pieces of paper at a time to save space. So this first cut, we're going to cut 3 pieces of paper, and that'll be all the 3 that we need. So the next one that we trace out, we won't need to do that. So 1, 2, 3 together. And just grab your scissors and start cutting. And just cut along here. Don't worry if it's a little bit outside the line or inside the line. It does not have to be super precise because remember, we are making flowers and flowers are different. So don't get too worried about it not being straight or any of that. Does not matter. So just try to keep your pages together. That's about all you have to try to do. So, gonna be doing all of this cutting. Okay, so we have cut all of these. We have 6 to 7. I just did 7 to be sure, but most of the time I use 6. So 6 to 7 of each type, and then you only need 1 circle per flower. So we're gonna start with the largest petals first. Okay, so you're going to take your largest flowers, and the first step is to take your glue stick and take around the outer corners, the 2 outer ones, and just wrap it around the glue stick pointing away from you. And you just fold it over and just go as far as you can back to get a nice little petal right there. So once you've done that, you're going to make sure it's all together and cut a slit going up about halfway up your flower petal. Now you can separate these petals. You can see I did 4 at a time, so that saved a lot of time. And then the next step is to glue it like this. So you're just going to take a little bit of glue, just put it right there, and you're going to cross it over. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to, a little bit of glue, cross it over. A little bit of glue, cross it over. So just one mistake to avoid, make sure that your petals curls are facing away from you before you glue. Do not do it like this. Do it like this. The petals facing away from you and glue it that way. Okay, so we're all petaled out. We've curled, we've cut, we've glued together all 3 sizes, and once again we're going to start with our largest petals, and we are going to glue them together like this. So want to make them come out as much as possible here, and you're going to be trying to make a circle. So you're going to place a little bit of glue here all the way down on the very edge, and place one right there. There you go. So there's that. Let's do that. We're going to do that so we go all the way around. Okay. Next one. And you can see, because of the shape of the petals, is making a natural circle. You don't have to do anything really. Just glue it right there on the very edge. Make a nice big circle. Once again. And you're going to place it right there. And this looks like the last one. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this. So this is going to be coming together. So right here, you're just going to glue these last two together. I put in a dab of glue here and just placing this down. Okay, so now you've completed your first row and it looks great. And how many did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you didn't even use all 7. So that looks great. Now you're going to take your circle and you're going to glue it to the bottom of this. So you're just going to put some glue around here. And you're going to place your circle in the middle. Boom, done. That was quick. So now we're moving on to our second row. You're going to take your second largest ones, and this time this is going to be different. We're going to be gluing the back, but we are going to be trying to place these where you see the ridges between each petal. So we're going to glue this, glue right there on the bottom, and then we're going to bring it in a little bit. Yeah, right there. So you're going to be coming down a bit on the circle and you're going to be in between each petal. So let's just go ahead and continue around. Again, right here in the middle and between the ridge. Right here in the middle. Right there in the ridge. In the middle. In the middle. Okay. And looks like that's it. Once again, we only needed 6. Yours might be a little bigger or a little smaller. Doesn't matter. So there we are. So now we're on our last row, and what we're going to do is we're going to cover this completely, so make sure you bring it down a bit. Again, we're going to go in between the ridges of this second set, your second row. So you're finally going to be using your smaller ones. We're going to come down into the middle of the circle right there. right here in the crease and right on the bottom. This looks great. Okay. This looks like the last one, so I'm going to place it over the very middle. And that's it. Now we're going to add our middle piece. Okay guys, so now we're going to be making the centers. We have some white paper. Remember, if you want the centers of your paper to be gold, you are going to do this with your gold paper that's now dry that you painted. So we're going to go ahead and just do this in half, and I'm doing 2 pieces at a time. So now that we've cut it in half, we're going to just cut along that line. And then we're going to do the same thing again with these 2 halves. And we're going to half that again. And then finally, we're going to cut. We're going to have the end that is like this, and we're going to cut that end. So we're going to do this. And maybe like 1/2 inch or so, not too wide and not too thin, so like this. You're gonna be careful not to go and cut right through the top. We're gonna stop right around here, and we're just gonna do that the entire way over. Okay, so we have this done. Now we're gonna take these apart. We've got 2 of these here, and we're gonna make 4 in all, but we're gonna go ahead and just do these inside out like that, just so it's a little bit fuller. Okay, so you're going to add some glue to the outside and just stick it down so that they're together. So now you have one. I'm going to do that with the other, and we're going to be doing these. We're going to be doing 4 of these. So in case you did the gold paper, I'm going to show you how to do this part in gold. You're going to be just making a big roll. So you're going to roll this up on itself, and you're going to add some glue so that it sticks and it stays well, and then you're just going to roll up the side that you had glued together. So make sure it's that side, and you just keep rolling and rolling and adding glue as you go, as needed. Okay, so once you reach the end of your first roll, you're going to put some glue right there on the end, and then add another strip, and we're just going to keep rolling like we did already, and then we're going to do this continuously till we've added all 4 strips to this roll. We have one large ball that we're going to use for the center. We are done. We have this nice large roll. We're going to pull it apart, pull it down like we're peeling an orange, just to get it nice and wide and full for the center of our flower. So now we're going to go back to our canvas. We're going to add some hot glue to the very bottom of our flower, and we're going to adhere it to the center of our canvas. Right in the middle, just press down to make sure that it adheres well. Then you're going to add lots of glue to the bottom of your center that you made, and glue that to the center of your flower, and that's it. a beautiful flower with a gorgeous center, and you have made your first paper flower. Continue this for the other 2 canvases in your box and you're gonna have a beautiful trio. Hope you enjoyed this Homemade Luxe craft subscription box project. I had fun making paper flowers with you. When you make yours, please tag us on Facebook or Instagram at #HomemadeLuxe. We would love to see your creations. All right, guys, until next month.